This video is brought to you by Nhouse M&A.
Today, we will talk about 4 key things to consider in your next acquisition. So, you are looking to grow your company through mergers and acquisitions. But how could you screen through each opportunity and find out the right one? There are just so many things to think about and so many potential targets out there. It could feel daunting trying to figure out everything all at once, but let's break it down and approach things with a framework. At the end of the video, we will also talk about what could be your action plan. First, strategic fit. Your strategic fit is one of the most important criteria that you should consider when evaluating potential acquisition opportunities. Sometimes, acquiring suitable companies that share the same values and culture can actually turbocharge your business and buy you time. Most importantly, there will be opportunities for you to create synergies which will not be possible to achieve by yourself. In terms of strategic fit, you may want to categorize the potential targets using some framework for consistent evaluation. Here we showcase how you can categorize deal opportunities by 4 objectives. 1. You would like to increase market share and strengthen your market position. 2. You may want to expand your geographical presence quickly. 3. You want to acquire new capabilities, whether it is intellectual property, technology, or new product portfolio. And lastly, you are likely considering to optimize your value chain, whether it is through a forward or backward integration. After identifying strategic fit, you will also need to analyze the deal's potential financial impact to your company and your KPIs, key performance indicators. For example, what will be the revenue growth, profit margin, return on equity, and debt-to-equity ratio of the combined company? Also, you may want to see some business indicators, such as number of customers or subscriptions. Make sure that you see beyond day 1 and understand the expected outcome 3 to 5 years down. To find out the answers to these questions, you would want to take a closer look at the target company's standalone financials first. But don't forget to think about the valuation of the business and the financing package that you're taking on, because these will also have a big impact on your post-merger financials. Before we continue, just a quick introduction of Nhouse M&A. Nhouse is a professional training and coaching firm specialized in providing high-quality video courses to support companies that are looking to M&A as an important growth strategy. Our curriculum will allow all of the relevant staff to become meaningful contributors to the company's inorganic growth, even if there is no dedicated corporate development or in-house strategic M&A team. Our training program focuses on the practical aspects of screening, evaluating, and managing a deal. It has all the best practices and downloadable resources that are easy to follow. Making sure that all the relevant staff are aware of their responsibilities at each stage of an M&A project would greatly increase the productivity of the company as a whole. It would also help eliminate common M&A pitfalls and communication costs because everyone will be on the same page. Okay, let's get back to our deal evaluation framework. So, after assessing your financial goals, you also need to analyze how a deal could be possible. Even if the target company is a great strategic fit and has a lot of synergy potential for your company, it may not be available for sale. So, find out if the target company is actually available. Is there any motivation for the owners or large shareholders to sell their stake? Is the business fitting with the company's strategic direction? Does the target company have any immediate liquidity needs? You may want to gather information from several angles. Make sure to go through desktop research and also leverage your own channels in a discreet manner. Once you have better clarity on feasibility, perhaps you should prioritize what's actionable first, but still keep track of other opportunities in a centrally managed tracking log. We have already built out a deal pipeline tracker in an Excel file that will not only help you stay organized, but will also allow you to benchmark companies in a systematic manner. Finally, as you're reviewing each acquisition opportunity, you should also keep asking yourself what kind of deal structure you could use to optimize your other objectives we just mentioned earlier. Are we taking control to realize synergies? Or building a new technology portfolio through minority stake? Should we just do a business partnership or capital alliance? How about doing an asset deal if the target's balance sheet is not exactly ideal? Structuring issues are complex, but having a preliminary view would be essential as it would help facilitate deal discussions. Well, I hope you have found the video to be helpful so far. We covered 4 key things that you need to consider when evaluating an acquisition opportunity. However, we only discussed high-level concepts, and there are a lot more details to think about. We will dive into each of these topics in other videos. Finally, what is our action plan today? As we have touched upon earlier, you may want to have a tracker to record all the potential targets and share the tracker with all of your M&A SWAT team members. What we mean by M&A SWAT team member is anyone that would have at least fractional ownership of the company's M&A endeavors. Oftentimes, a good target company may not be available because the owners just love their business, but circumstances could very well change over time. Moreover, in addition to your proactive research, sometimes you will also get inbound inquiries to look at assets that are already being put on the market. Whichever the case, when the opportunity finally comes to the table, you would want to be able to act swiftly and intelligently. By having the same format and criteria when filling out the tracker, it will help all of your team members to evaluate the opportunities consistently and with a systematic framework. But how do we make sure the tracker is really informative and comprehensive? We will cover this topic and discuss in more detail in our course. Until next time.